Good morning, here we are in the dyno room today. Just thought I'd do a quick video of the latest evolution of our little 2.5 powered Mark 6 Fiesta ST. This car is obviously our own car, previously been on the dyno with the 2.5 fitted, as you'll have seen in our other video. Did a little bit over 200 brake horsepower and a bit over 200 foot-pound of torque. Since then we've decided to go a little bit further with the engine. We've now fitted a set of Esslinger Stage 2 cams and a AL Developments cylinder head. So we sent the cylinder head off to Andrew at AL Developments, and he's done a fantastic job of porting the cylinder head. And like I say, we put a set of Stage 2 Esslinger cams in that we've got in from the States. Strictly speaking, it probably didn't need the head work, but we had the head here anyway, which is intended for another engine that we've not yet built. So whilst we were at it, I thought we may as well put the cylinder head in there and see what it'll do. So yeah, we've got obviously the 50mm throttle bodies that we had on there previously, Esslinger Stage 2 cams and an AL Developments head on a 2.5 Ford Duratec. So it should make for a lively little thing. So there's the graph that it did previously. Lovely torque and 203 horsepower at the top. Peaking a bit over 6,000 RPM. So today we're going to find out, we'll do a bit of mapping. We've got the ME221 powering it obviously by Motorsport Electronics. We've got the VVT controlled still. We did find a little bit of a problem with that. We were unaware that in the VVT line there should be a little diode in there, which we didn't have because this car was fitted with a very early wire-in loom. So unlike the ST170 looms etc, which have that built in as standard, this didn't have it. We had all sorts of problems with the flyback voltages causing problems with the VVT. So we've since fixed that. That's made the VVT fully stable. So yeah, we'll crack on, we'll see what we can get. So we've done a bit of mapping, we've got as far as we can really on this current setup. That's the Mighty software there with the current map loaded in, and the final result using a set of 50mm trumpets was 242 brake horsepower and a peak torque of 215 foot-pounds. We've lost a little bit of torque at the bottom end here, but that's still pretty impressive. We're really happy with that 242 horsepower. That is actually more than I was expecting. So that's 242 horsepower from a 2.5 running Esslinger Stage 2 cams and an ALD ported cylinder head. So what we're going to do now is, we're just out of interest going to put a set of 90mm trumpets on there. We've currently got 50s on there, and just see if we can increase that low down torque. Okay, so there we've got a set of 90mm trumpets fitted now, a little bit tight. We're going to have to do some front panel modifications if we go with that. I've actually had to remove the bonnet catch just to give us some clearance to that far trumpet, but it would go with a little bit of work and some bonnet pins rather than a bonnet catch and a bigger filter. So we've done a few runs. Has not really changed. We've got 244 brake on the last run, but the torque is significantly improved. So at the sort of mid-range, around 4,500–5,000 RPM, we're now up to 225 foot-pounds, even 220 at 4,000 revs, and actually this low down area has also increased as well by sort of 8 to 10 foot-pounds. So yeah, that's pretty pleasing. So we'll leave it at that. Good morning. We're down here today on a Saturday morning, just doing a little bit of work on the MK, the 2.5 MK Indy that we've got as our own little track car. But I just wanted to do a bit of a video and a bit of an update on the Fiesta that we recently dynoed, and obviously you've just watched the dyno video of. It's been on the road for a couple of weeks now, but what I've discovered was that we still had a little bit of an issue with the VVT dropping out. That car had a loom that was like a wire-in loom from many years ago, and it just seemed like we had a lot of electrical noise. So luckily we've developed with Motorsport Electronics a plug-and-play Duratec loom, which I'm doing a separate video on, which you'll be able to see shortly. So that's basically a fully terminated loom for the Duratec. So because I was having issues with that car with the VVT dropping out, whereas the MK had no issues at all, I decided to swap out the loom and put the proper Duratec loom in. And in doing so, it really did transform the car again. It's smoothed it out and made it much nicer to drive, but consequently the VVT offset wasn't quite right, so I've had it back on the dyno again, remapped it, and the results, we've gained a little bit more power again. So I just thought I'd do a bit of an update. So there is the last run that you would have seen with the 50mm trumpets on the Fiesta, and then the thin lines are the new line with the new loom. So I was able to sort of optimize the VVT a little bit more, and as you can see, we've picked up power, especially above 5,000 RPM. We've gained quite a reasonable amount. So actually the car is now doing 248 brake horsepower peak power on the 50mm trumpets. So actually, where we saw about 240, 242 previously, and then we saw 244 with the 90mm trumpets, we've actually exceeded the 90mm trumpets there, still using the 50s. Didn't quite make it to the 250, but yeah, not the end of the world. That's still a mighty impressive gain. So that's 248 brake horsepower using an AL development head and Esslinger stage 2 cams, the VCT cams. And of course the plug and play Duratec loom, which is now available from us, and we'll be doing another video shortly on that. So if you need any of those items, give us a call. Okay, thanks for watching.